You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's fast. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? Check 53, mark. Better breathe. You better breathe. I'm letting you know right now, you better breathe. Ready?
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Lions nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over. Let's go. Do it. At their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Double right.
You don't want it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Go. I'm coming.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Bandit. Check three.
Stay 50.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
You're set. Get a 20.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down. Hey, check.
10. Monday.
Kill.
Hey, zoom. Pretty hot.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Five.
Mike 54.
Mike 7. Zebra.
Mike 5-4.
Blue draw Corker.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 4th down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Well, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
59! Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker, Joker. Zebra.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready. 180.
Check pass. Check pass.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Set. 180.
Check 53, Mike. Man, I got you.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, folks.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
32.
We got three. Three down.
Hey, exit.
To throw again. Stafford. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there to see if they can build on that stop. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They give to Johnson going right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Bang, 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 alert!
Hey, 5-0!
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
40 got.
14-yard line.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, Orbit.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Tie it right.
53, ready. Hey.
To the backfield. Motion to the backfield. 36.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, motion.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Like 7.
Go. Small. 56. Mike, 56.
Stafford on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 13. Hey, easy. Check.
Johnson, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford, and they will set up sharp at their own 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's it. Right to the 3. 8. Great. 40's mine.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
21.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Johnson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now it's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors will... We say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Newton now to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Blue 60! Push it back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Newton now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Newton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Carl Joseph came roaring in on his safety blitz.
Waiting. Zero. Check 52. X3. 218. Chop it.
Stafford going to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road.